Hi guys, today we're gonna make a update video of my Machina gear. I made some few changes, but just bear with what we have here. It does work very well, pretty well. I played in a couple of locals. It won a few matchups. Without further ado, here's the deck. Let's start out with the monster first. We got two black salvos. Pretty much this is the tuner of the deck. It allows you to get a dark 4-star machine type monster from the graveyard that's summoned to the field, ignoring the effect. 3 Jakuchis, the battle enchanting locomotive. When it's face down, you flip it up, you draw one card. So pretty much Salvo gets this thing out. Got 7 stars instantly with no problem. Next up is 3 Machina gear frame. This is the searcher that searches out for any Machina cards, mainly just for Fortress. And also Junior Monster. 3 copies of Cyber Dragon. One of the special summon cards of the deck. Pretty much I'm running 3 because it's a free summon. Why not? And it's a machine card, so I can actually mill it, ditch it for Fortresses, or go for Chimera, take over Dragon, or you have a Power Bond, I go for the Cyber Fusions. Next up is 3 Machina Fortresses. This guy is at 2500 beater. Effects that you can special summon it from the graveyard or hand by discarding machine monsters equal to 8 stars. And also you can ditch yourself to get yourself out. And if this is destroyed from battle, you destroy 1 card on the opponent's field. And if it gets targeted from an effect on an effect monster, you can look at the opponent's hand, and send it to the graveyard. 1 card. Next up is our 8-star monster lineup. It'll be 3 Gatatron Dragons, since I'm running Gear Town. Don't see why not, and it can easily ditch it for Fortress. Same effects any each monster if you cannot activate spell traps during the beginning of the damage step. Next up is Ancient Golem. Same thing with any Ancient monster. Effect plus is a Piercer. 3 down attack, 3 down defense. And this guy cannot be special summon, only can be normal summon only. It also can ditch for Fortress for that, and also other stuff too. Last one is 1 Perfect Machine King, just for the count for another 8-star for Ekmo Fortress. Just extra add-on. Plus is it powers itself up for every machine card by 500, but not including himself. And so for traps, we got 1 Solemn, 1 Mirror Force staples, and last but not least, 2 Dark Bribes. This is pretty much negates spells and traps, but the bad thing about it is that your opponent gets to draw 1 card. And so for the spell cards, we got Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, 2 staples, Overload, just to get that Chimeric Overdragon out. By moving monsters from play for fusion summoning. Next up is Limiter Remover, a main staple for most machine decks. Future Fusion, since I'm running fusion monsters in it, that allows me to send cards from the deck to the graveyard to fusion summon the monster depending on the material that you ditch. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Future Fusion allows you to send cards from the deck to the graveyard that are listed in the material for the fusion summon of the monster, and it don't come out to the second standby phase. So pretty much this is a Foolish Burial times depending on what you're sending for the fusions. And last but not least, Power Bond. It's a polymerization for machines. The good thing about it is that it doubles the attack points of that monster permanently. Bad thing about it is that at the end phase of the turn that you activate this card, you lose a life points equal up to the attack point of the monster. Next up, we're gonna go for double copy of cards. Small cards, 2 MSTs because I run Gear Town, blows up my Gear Town or blow up backfield. Double Sandclaw. This is actually one of the new cards that came off in the new format for this new pack. It allows me to select 1 card on my side of the field, 1 spell trap, and 1 spell trap on my opponent's side of the field, and I blow either both of them or one of them up. This is good with Gear Town. Very good with Gear Town. Very good. Next up is Ancient Gear Workshop. This allows me to get an Ancient Gear monster from my graveyard, namely these 6 guys right here. In order for me to get them back to my hand, so I can respam for Fortress, or for the next card I'm about to use, which is Trade-ins, which allows me to send an 8-star monster from my hand to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. So, say if I had ditched this right and play with this for this card, end up drawing this and this, get it back again, then ditch again, and draw more. So, it recycles itself pretty much in some way. Next up is last but not least for our spells is Gear Town, our field spell. This pretty much what this thing does. It allows you to both players to use 1 less tribute for a Ancient Gear monster, and if this gets destroyed from effects like spell traps or monster effects, gets destroyed. Period. I get to special summon a ancient gear monster from my deck and a graveyard, mainly just to get the Gadgetron out. So that's it with the main deck. Well, now we're going for the extra deck now. We're going to start with the Synchros first. One scrap Archfiend because I can get 7 out with no problem. 27 beater. Ancient Fairy Dragon because it's a 3000 defensive card, and also in addition to that, once per turn I can blow up my own field spell to gain 1000 life points and search for another field spell from my deck to my hand. Pretty much I can use that on Gear Town, blow it up, get a Gadgetron out, gain 1000 life points, get another Gear Town in my hand. Next up, Black Rose to blow up the field. So if I have Gear Town also, I mean, I have a lot of ways of blowing up with Gear Town with no problem. This deck. Also like other card like blow up their full field. Next up, Stardust is to protect my monsters from like Mirror Force, Tyranno, Bottomless, stuff like that, or even like Black Rose. Or the next card I'm showing up right now is Scrap Dragon. This guy pretty much what it does is that once per turn you can select one card you control and one of your opponent's card control and destroy both of them. So if I have Gear Town in play, blow it up and blow up their monster, magic, or trap. So this is a very good card. Also, if I have cards I don't need in the field, I need room. Monster cards in the room, I can just use that. One of the monsters, like a Dakoichi, for example, if it survives, or Gearframe if it survives, blowing that up, blow up another card. For our fusion side, we got one Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. Pretty much this is for like gadget lineup, gadget matchups, or like any Machina matchups. It gets outraised by sending a Cyber Dragon from the field to the graveyard with additional machines out on the field, which include your opponent's side as well. Next up is 2 Cyber Twin Dragons. It's the double attacker of the deck. Acquires 2 Cyber Dragons with Power Bond, makes it 56. Next card is Cyber N, which is a 4,000 attack point attack monster, and also is a piercer. With Power Bond makes it 8,000. Or limited remover, or whatever. Next up is Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. This guy requires a 1 Golem and 2 of any Ancient Gear monsters. It's a piercer, same effects as any Ancient Gear monster. And if it gets destroyed, period, I get to special summon the Ancient Gear Golem out in the field. And according to this effect, it ignores the summoning condition of Ancient Gear Golem in order to special summon them out. So pretty much the same thing as Ancient Gear Golem, but high more attack points. And it can special summon a Golem out itself. So yeah. And with Power Bond, that's 88. And if you do Power Bond and Limiter, that's very, very high. Last but not least, it's Chimera Tech Overdragon. This is actually our last resort card to run in this deck, pretty much, is that if you know you're going for game and you want to make sure you're guaranteed for game, you play this guy. This guy gains 800 attack points for each fusion material that was required to summon him out. Say, for example, you got like, 10, that's 8,000, alright? You run this combo with the Future Fusion with the Overload, and or you have 5 monsters with Cyber Dragon, you Power Bond it, get 8,000 right there on the dot. Bad thing you lose 4,000 at the end, but he can attack multiple times as well. The good thing about it is that he can attack as many times as you want, depending on how many monsters you use to fusion summon him. But you can't attack directly after you attack the monster. So, for example, say they have 4 monsters, and you fuse 5 material in order to get them out. You only can attack those 4 times. That's it. And the bad thing about it is that it sends cards from your side of the field to the graveyard. So don't blow up. That's the bad thing about it. When it comes out, he's only can be by himself. One center for that time. That's it. That's it with the deck. Just comment, rate, tell me what you like about it. I'm not putting a side deck on here because the side deck is not good for this deck currently right now. Just give me tips on what should I put it for a side deck. Anything else I would like to say? I'd like to give a shout out to my Team Machina. They went to YCS Philadelphia, but they didn't make it pretty far because there were too many good players. But they did the best they can, and I'd like to thank them for doing their best and having fun doing what they can do. And just comment, rate, subscribe, and check the deck out. See if anything needs to be taken out or not. I think these can be taken out, and also this here, but I'm not too sure. But actually, it works very, very well so far. I rarely get any dead draws, and everybody gonna tell me to get rid of him, but now I'm talking too much. Well, I guess I'll make more videos. Just keep subscribing, and I'll be able to make more videos then. All right, see ya.